Good day, guys. Andre Fransman here for Social Society and also for you. Yeah, today I wanted to just touch on a subject that is very close to my heart, that is um, education, but learning in general, and how our education system actually contributes to, in an ironic way, to people being oppressed, but also to people, you know, having the actual skills to withstand oppression. Because if you think about it, what are the people who need the skills of critical thinking most? Is the people who are oppressed, the people who are not getting from the government what they need. They need to engage with the government more. They are the people actually need these skills, and somehow, funny enough, the education system in trying to make them compliant by teaching them how to sit still in the class, how to be respectful, how to listen to the teacher, trying to teach them how to be, good workers in their workplace. Also, have put something else in them, you know, because of their lived experience. You know, it has found a contradiction in it because people have learned that the way of putting your hands in your lip and listening to your teacher doesn't actually produce the results um, that is needed in their situation. So, for who is the education system then working for properly then? Is those who have, so people who have, because they don't need to think critically, they accept everything. So there are people, even in our poor communities, who have through the years learned to bear with suffering, not to ask questions anymore, because besides the fact that the great teacher, the government, have this power to teach in schools. They also have the power to enforce with a big stick their teaching methods by hitting you in line through their forces and through their instruments. You know, so we see there's a contradiction, and those people who literally need the education system to work for them, it has in a very paradoxical way have created in them critical learning. It's actually it is counter to what it wants to do. But we need more people in the world to actually unlearn some of the things that they have learned, so that the civil obedience and disobedience is not then, um, um, towards a criminal effect, but towards justice, towards the effect of making the world better. And I think we need more of this. Because I want to touch on the difference between that I found here online from the Oxford Learning. It's a basic study, the difference between rote learning and meaningful learning. So rote learning is basically the memorization of information. So what you must do. So school works like you come in a certain time, you wear your uniform, you go to class, you don't talk when you're not spoken to, you put up your hand, you go break times, you go out, you have break, okay, and all of that stuff. The advantages is ability to quickly recall basic facts, helps to develop foundational knowledge, which is good. That's at the start. But the disadvantage, it is repetitive. You can see what the government is repeating the same thing over and over again. They hopefully have learned. They feel if you learn good at school, you will do well in following the COVID rules because the schooling system must actually work for them. Easy, but then again, it's easy to lose focus because you can only repeat. It doesn't allow a deeper understanding of the subject, and this is where um, people hope the rote learning exercise of the education system works. The recalling information, the giving back the information the way I asked, one word, two words, write it in this way, one sentence. It doesn't encourage the use of social skills, interactive skills. It doesn't encourage. Rote learning means you write and you do as you're told. It doesn't encourage people to interact with information. There's no connect between new and previous knowledge. And this may result in a wrong impression or understanding of a concept. And that is what we have in society today. People literally have the wrong impression of certain things, which literally have caused people to be um, less involved. But now there's a move, a change again, where the education system is not fulfilling its role as per the government of the world or South Africa, because the oppressed people have found ways to engage, to get attention for themselves, and we need to focus more on the subject of what is meaningful learning, because we need meaningful learning to take place. And meaningful learning, the advantages of it is, in schools and in various places, you can see that schools now, learners standing up against oppression, involve understanding how all pieces of the entire concept fit together. The world and schooling system is fragmented. They want to take the geography away from biology, away from math. Language must be here. Life orientation must be there. So they fragment the whole world, okay, through rote learning and through the system of education. Meaningful learning is when all the parts becomes whole. And people only find that later on in life. So meaningful learning is an active, constructive, and long-lasting, but most importantly, it allows students to fully engage in learning processes. So literally, that has been not the case. People have had to unlearn some of the things they've learned at school, of being so obedient to the point that they don't engage in subjects, that they are now standing up and asking meaningful questions, and the answers is not forthcoming, but we're on the right track, because it's important that we know the socially engaged, it's always a learning curve, and we are the students, and we need to learn very fast, because things are changing very fast in our society. Signing out for social society, join us and think differently about the world we're living in. Thank you very much.